I think that this was by far the most productive BRICS conference ever. I think that for the first time, a lot of the ideas, a lot of the concepts, a lot of the good intent started being translated into physical action. The Development Bank is a real positive manifestation of how the BRICS countries can work together. It's all well and good having political intent, but if there isn't a mechanism to finance the good work that can be done between these countries, then no economic benefit is going to be achieved. And I think that the BRICS Development Bank is a huge step in the right direction and could completely change the way that large-scale infrastructure projects are financed around the world. I think that the communique that will be issued by this conference will provide for an entire generation of work. I think that some very, very practical decisions were made, and the next step now is to take those decisions, implement them, and to turn them into real economic benefit. I think the time in BRICS for talking is now over. BRICS exists. The member countries have found a way to work together. There are institutions busy being put in place in order to make this thing real. And the next step is now to go and actually roll up one's sleeves and go and do some work. I think that this group will create a support structure within the group. And I think that one of the biggest values that the BRICS political alliances will create is it'll create a new grouping that can support each other. And I think that the chances are that if India has a slowdown, China can step in to assist. And if Russia has a bit of a slowdown, well, hopefully the political relationships formed in BRICS will allow the others to step in and assist. I think that as much as there are going to be challenges, there are also opportunities that those challenges will bring. There is no doubt the biggest beneficiary potentially from BRICS is going to be Africa. There's no doubt the biggest beneficiary from the BRICS Bank is going to be Africa. Africa is desperate for foreign direct investment. Africa is desperate for partnerships. What Africa is not desperate for is to be recolonized. And I think that managed correctly, BRICS can bring in the foreign direct investment without recolonizing the various countries. My honest opinion is that the decisions made in Durban are going to translate into a number of dialogues around economic development, around financing, around defense industrial cooperation. And I think that as these things now start becoming concrete, subgroupings are going to be created, which will create an interface between government and private sector. And that should then strengthen the institution so that BRICS overall becomes a policy-making body with all of these subgroups becoming the implementers of the policy.